got team wiped again and then just called it.
Fair enough.
No surprises. And it looks like in the standings, I don't remember. I think Feeders has lost and KTW won the first one, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'll look. Okay, so yeah, KTW is 3-1 and Feeders is 1-3.
Okay. Okay.
The strange thing about the Brazilian caster is like he knew the password, so he was like a real caster. But then he didn't cast.
So he was just some random who joined.
Well, I don't know. Like, but if someone must have told him the password. So...
Well, I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So
yeah.
I mean, I know a friend of mine used to like he just search lobbies by the passwords 1, 2, 3, 4 or ABC and just join them.
Okay.
Like and then like to see if people would notice. And so I mean, it may well have been that's another person who does that.
Yeah, sure.
Because I mean, like most people will just make their password 1, 2, 3, 4 or something because
Right.
I mean, it's an easy thing to remember. It stops like a random on your friends list from joining. Or hopefully. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is 5525. Hello and welcome to week number 3 of Dota Battle. Today's game between Kunkka's Tree Weasels and Team Feeder. And this is a best out of 2. Kunkka's Tree Weasels won the first game quite convincingly. And now, as you may have noticed, it is a captain's draft game.
Radiant team.
So OT already getting taken out. And already I'm seeing more carries than last time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you got the... in fact, I'd say there's almost an underabundance of supports this time. Now, Death Prophet is there indeed. Out she goes.
Dire team.
I think maybe the problem this game might be mid heroes.
That is true. I mean, I'm seeing Queen of Pain, Night Stalker. Oh, Alchemist is there actually.
I guess Shadow Fiend too. So.
Yeah.
But there isn't a lot of supports, you're right.
No. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of carries. I'm seeing. Troll is there as well as potentially a carry. I think both. It looks like Kunkka's Tree Weasels is trying to figure out who they want to take out here.
The OD and Death Prophet bans, not surprising at all.
No, out goes the Queen of Pain. So I think trying to deny
Radiant
the mid because they do have first pick. So perhaps I mean the other. I mean you've got the Troll, you've got the Razor, who both used to be played as mid heroes 6 months ago, but now they've kind of dropped off quite a bit. Oh, indeed, they may want to be snapping up that Alchemist. Sorry.
There is still also the Shadow Fiend if they think they can pull that off.
That's true. I mean, typically run as safe lane now, but he still does have fairly good mid control. The issue is if he gets ganked, he normally goes down in about 2 seconds because he's fairly squishy early on. But you're right. Especially when you don't have a lot of roaming support, it's really only Christabane and Dazzle getting banned out now. And Kunkka's Tree Weasels snapping out that bounty hunter once again, so they do seem to be favouring that hero, and again suggest some kind of aggressive lineup. At the same time, that gives both the Christabane and the Alchemist
Dire team.
to Team Feeder.
Yeah, I mean the Bounty Hunter definitely worked out well for them last time, so I don't see why they would want to mix it up.
And he was able to survive fairly handily against that dueling. Disruptor now coming out, who's a hero I very much like. And she'll be strong against Crispin and Alk. The question is who else Team Feeder will pick up. I'm not so sure about the Juggernaut, because he's a strong mid-game hero, but at the same time he's very reliant on snowballing.
Definitely. But we have seen that this team is able to capitalize on mid-game,
That is
early
true.
game advantages and take them into the mid-game. So
And yeah, I guess Juggernaut does speak to that quite handily. Wraith King now going to come out, assume, as the carry here.
Team pick.
So, stronger late game, certainly, and I mean, the big advantage Wraith King is going to have against, especially Juggernaut, is that Juggernaut can generally early on kill somebody with Omni Slash. Wraith King is going to be able to come back after that, so he won't be able to play quite as aggressively as perhaps Kunkka's Tree Weasels would like.
and this Dio side, they have a lot of disables.
Yeah, you've got a lot of setup for Alchemist himself. Ray's is going to love all those disables as well. If he can get that good link off on Jug, and Jug gets pinned down, he can easily get 3-4 seconds of damage off him before Jug can even really respond. At the same time, though, I mean the big issue with both Alchemist and Wraith King is they have projectile disables, which are both move fairly slow. You can see them coming, so Juggernaut can just spin his way as soon as he sees either of them flying at him.
Dire team pick.
Pick with the Lone Druid.
Yeah, because I would have assumed Bounty Hunter's the offlane. Lone Druid, when you see him pick, is generally run in that offlane as well. So perhaps
10
KTW.
seconds remaining.
I mean, they're either going to dual lane this Tide now coming out, unless
10 Radiant team pick.
They have seen him played mid every once in a while, so that's also an option.
yeah. I mean, I assume that maybe that's what they're going to do. Now, Alchemist is probably off lane in this lineup, I'd imagine. Razor mid.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what.
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
gonna do with
it'd be interesting to see how they do actually opt to run this. Now, I mean, this time around, I think KTW have the stronger raw team fight in terms of disables, and AoE damage. But I think Feeder have a lot more kind of versatility, and they've got a lot of heroes who can transition to carry roles. You've got a lot of split pushing power.
Yeah, if this game gets too late, I think every one of these heroes on the Radiant side, except for Crystal Maiden, of course, are going to be able to do a lot. These
Indeed,
are all
yeah.
kind of at least semi
Prepare for battle.
So, on Team Feeder, we're going to be seeing Soda Rocket playing that Wraith Thing. Looks like he's heading up into that top lane. Epona going to be playing that Lycan. Art of Sky on the Alchemist. Tea of the Runes on that Razor. And finally, Crinkles playing that Crystal Maiden.
On Team KTW, we got 9. Looks like he's going safe lane on this Juggernaut. SP on the Lone Druid puzzle. On the Disruptor and Fear Boner on this Tide Hunter. And that leaves WoW on the Bounty Hunter offlane, just like last game.
And now it does look like we're actually seeing an aggressive try top, perhaps. Alchemist at least looking for that aggressive ward.
30 seconds to
They did
battle.
put the Lone Druid middle, so...
Indeed, and he's going to be going up against Razor. I mean, Lone Druid has fairly good movement speed. Well, very good movement speed, and his range, so Razor won't be able to perhaps get those steals that he wants.
And one advantage is if, say, Razor steals all the damage from Lone Druid, then he can still last hit with the Veil.
Absolutely, yeah.
He can't steal
The
damage
battle
with those.
begins.
Let's have a look at how all these lanes are going to end up. It looks like Lycan will be soloing that bot lane. Going to be seeing... So, indeed, it'll be a Wraith King carry and Alchemist support. Now, just looking-
With all these disables they have, I don't think if they can pull it off, they shouldn't have any troubles getting kills.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got a fairly squishy hero in Puzzle if they can find him. Now, the North Wraith King's here, which if they know, I mean, they probably assume the rest of the team's there because they know Lyca's not that. Now, out does come that gush of Rocket, trying to get away, but caught next to it. Juggernaut taking a lot of damage. Nice stun from out, catches too. Now, Puzzle in some trouble. Did we have the stun used by Wraith King? We did, so no mana for another one. One more right click will finish the job, and Illusions clean it up.
First blood.
Now start getting
And you've
charged up
already iced
by
it over.
Alchemist. Probably going to be backing up here. Now Frostbite as well. Don't have enough mana quite yet for the stun on Wraith King. Still very nice engagement. Absolutely what they want running this aggressive try.
And even on the ones they didn't kill, they are gonna burn up a lot of their Legion. So
I mean, they
that was
nearly finished off
definitely
Juggernaut, yeah. And he doesn't have a salve of his own. Now stun getting charged up by the... Ow! Not quite able to get in range. Stuns himself.
Telling you to throw it.
the last hits here. Looks like Lone Fluid and Razor pretty much tied.
Indeed. I mean, I assume Undying... Sorry, not Undying. Razor will win this lane. Thanks to Plasma Field. If nothing else, he'll be able to just get the more AoE last hits.
And he does already have a bottle.
Mm.
It looks like Bounty Hunter has a bit of an advantage over this Lycan down in the bottom.
Yeah,
lane.
Lycan not doing too well for himself. Ow. At the same time, once Lycan gets sort of that level 5, he should be able to push without too many issues, because Bounty Hunter just has no AoE. He can't really deal with the wolves.
Yeah.
And so unless somebody from KTW rotates down to that bot lane, I'm seeing this bottom tower go down in, you know, the 10-15 minute mark.
And it seems like, based on just the Lycan's items, he might be going for the quick Vlads, which could get them Roshan easily.
Indeed, yeah.
And if they get that on the Wraith King, you know, he's got the 3 lives then.
Absolutely. Speaking of Wraith King, looks like he's taking those points in Vampiric Aura next.
Not sure about that. That's gonna push the lane, and I don't
That's
think
what I was
that's what
thinking.
they want.
The advantage is now that everybody benefits from it, even that Christopher. You can see that you do have that minus armor from the acid spray as well. So they will be able to trade quite well if a skirmish does break out, just in terms of general damage. But at the same time, yeah, we can already see that this lane's pushing, and the problem is that because Vampiric Aura now affects everyone, those range creeps are still completely healthy. Aqua's going to stun himself again.
Yeah, now it's going to be a lot harder for them to find these fights if it's always up
Absolutely,
underneath the tower.
I would like to see them, especially because Alchemist is low, tango those trees, pull the creeps out that way. To
They
try and...
haven't blocked the pole camp either, so that's not going to help
No.
with the lane being pulled either.
I think they did block it, but it was dewatered.
Oh,
But yeah, the problem is now, creep advantage, stun now coming out on Puzzle, stun being charged up as well. Frostbite is there. Down goes Disruptor. Christopher able to get outside of that field range. And now looking for a kill on 9. And that cooldown on Wraith King stun. They're going to be able to clean him up. Down he goes to damage over time. TP does come in from Puzzle. Soda actually quite low. Able to get away though.
Radiant's middle
they'll
tower is
execute
under
this aggressive
attack.
tri lane fairly well.
But yeah. I mean, even up against that tower, they're still able to die. Well, they killed Puzzle almost instantaneously. And then they were just able to dive on the Juggernaut without too much issue. Wraith King is quite a bulky hero.
And it's only going to get easier for them now that they're picking up some of these starting items. He's got Power Shreds on
Radiant's
the Wraith
middle
King.
tower is under attack.
Probably looking to build himself that armlet next. And one really nice thing with the Crystal Rain is that Wraith King's stun is one of the best kind of skirmishy stuns. It's got an 8-second cooldown, does quite a bit of damage. The problem is Wraith King himself, not a lot of mana. But when you get a Crystal Maiden there, that suddenly stops being less of an, being as much of an issue.
Okay. Nothing too exciting going on right now, looks like.
No. I'm just wondering though, if Wraith King will be able to outcarry Juggernaut late game rather, because compared to most other carries, Juggernaut is sort of inferior because he doesn't have, say, the AoE of Gyrocops and so forth. But the same can be said of Wraith King. Both kind of rely on that crit, but Wraith King also doesn't have that fantastic teamfight power that Juggernaut's Omni Slash and Spin offers.
At the same time, though, I mean, this Razor, this Lycan, they can both act as semi-carries.
That
Even
is true.
Alchemist eventually is going to get kind of farmed just because of his Weasels bleed. So the Juggernaut might be able to out-carry the Wraith King, but I don't think he can out-carry the Wraith King, the Alchemist, the Lycan, and the Razor.
Very, very true. Now, it does look like smoke gang coming in on Razor. Unfortunately, they were spotted out. Field is used, however, it does catch a tangle there as well, and down he will go.
Sends me home.
Now, that should have won the lane for this lone fluid.
I mean, he's already
pretty even.
well ahead of
I think.
last
No,
hits.
yeah, he was well ahead, so.
But I mean,
that's
with
just
that,
helped him out.
right? Yeah, Razor really not doing too well for himself here. Now coming in top for the bounty hunter. He has got track, so I assume they are going to be looking for a kill. We've got the mana for Field on Disruptor, but not Field and Glimpse.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And that has spotted out 2. Only got level 4 on Jug though, so no Omni Slash as of yet. And looks like Bounty Hunter has been spotted out. Track you, so now definitely know that he's here. I'm just waiting for a fight to break out.
Yeah, they definitely needed to get out now that they knew the bounty was there.
It looks like they are backing up as well.
But this is, of course, giving Lycan free farm in bottom.
Indeed, he's now got the level 4 walls. He hasn't got Howl, so he won't have that absolutely devastating pushing power. But with nobody else in the lane, he shouldn't really have too hard a time just pushing.
Yeah, if Bounty Hunter doesn't come back soon, this tower is just gonna fall.
I mean, honestly, if the Bounty Hunter does come back, I'm not sure if he's going to actually be able to save the tower, because you've now got creeps up against it, another wave coming in, catapult there, and it's a Lycan who's pushing. There's just not much a Bounty Hunter can do to clear that.
Did go back though.
TP does come in, and that looks like it's been enough to scale Lycan off.
He did get in some good damage on the tower. It's almost dead. You might be able to deny it if this catapult keeps attacking.
Yeah, one more hit, and indeed now it's under deny HP. So
Looks
Lycan
like
needs to
Lycan
think about
knows
actually.
that.
It's the catapult's still going to work.
He could. It might. Okay. If Lycan just sends the wolves in on it.
It
he
yeah,
could
it's
get
on
the
30
tower.
HP. We do now have a
I don't know why
rotation
Bounty
coming in.
hasn't denied it yet.
I think he's focusing more on something going on in this
Yeah,
lane
looks
because
like
a
they're
gank is coming in.
ganking.
We're about to see that field. Ulti is popped. He's able to get outside the field, and with that, not doing able to bring him back. On the run, away he goes.
They did kill Jug at top again.
Indeed. So the problem is with these rotations, but it wasn't even a the problem. It wasn't a successful rotation. And so now
Just
Juggernaut
left
getting
Jug
further and
to
further
die
behind.
by himself.
Yeah. I mean, I think they probably assumed that he'd be okay to survive, and indeed I would think. I'm surprised he did go down, but I assume they caught him out. And were just able to chain stun him to death.
Radiant's
bottom
bottom
tower
tower
still
is
stands.
under attack.
Indeed. Lycan, I mean, I'm not sure if Lycan knows its HP, but he can certainly dive on that. TP's now coming in, stun being charged up by the Alchemist, gonna fly on Puzzle. Spray is popped, stun gonna be there from Wraith King. Out it comes. Oh, this guy is pretty low, drops anyway to a Wraith King. Right, click now, Frostbite there on WoW.
He just melted.
And now WoW gets stunned up. He's gonna go down. Tidehunter, the lone survivor. Alchemist did go down, certainly, but now you've got this bot tower easily. And Tidehunter not going for that deny.
I'm not sure why they wouldn't want to deny it.
Yeah, I mean, I assume he may have just been walking past it to go heal and didn't realize.
This does give Juggernaut a bit of time to farm by himself. He has picked up the phase boot, so
Indeed.
that might help him run away if he gets in trouble again.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
Racing, he has picked up the helm, so going for the armor almost certainly now.
He's just about done with it too.
That is true. Gonna
Radiant's
find
top
yourself
tower
in
is
this
under
room.
attack.
Invisibility.
Now, I'd say that KTW have sort of lost every lane aside from the mid. Because you look at mid, Lone Joe's been doing very, very well for himself compared to that Razor. It's level 9 compared to Razor's 8. Lone
Has
Joe's
picked
been
up a Midas as
Midas
well.
indeed, yeah. And there comes that armlet.
If you look at the gold graph, it's about 3,000 in favor of feeders, so they're doing well in the early game.
Radiant's
mean,
middle
XP is a
tower
lot
under
closer.
attack.
Now stun going to blow up on Alchemist. Not quite able to get in range from the looks of things.
That would have been a big kill for them.
Because they now Longjord is starting to become an issue. They do want to try and pick him up before he can start to get that split push of his own going on.
A 12-slotted Lone Druid, if it gets that far, can also be a pretty scary threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the ulti used by Crinkle is going to get Omni Slash. Disruptor actually getting a kill though, and now Juggernaut in a lot of trouble, getting Chain Stun, getting his damage drained. Down here we go. And with that, looking at Razor, got his hands on it. But now, Leon Rune's on the run. In comes that bear. SP really low though, gonna have to run away. Tide does throw out. Now the stun getting charged up. Does get in range, catches 2. In comes the Wolves. One more likely, and then clean up SP.
Is no dishonor.
Team Feeders are looking really strong right now.
Absolutely.
This is not at all like the first game.
And they should be able to get another tower off that with a Lycan there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Doesn't have enough mana to use the wolves.
No.
We should get it soon. This will make it, yeah. Looks like they don't even need it.
Just able to finish that up, and with that, that is, I mean, Vlad's can be completed on Lycan, if he wants to pick it up. And I assume
The
he'll be
minus
going,
armor from Acid Spray.
indeed. He might well be going for the medallion, just looking at Alk, and Alk has
Suppose
just
they
begun
don't
with that.
really need a Vlad. They do have the
Radiant's top tower is
skeleton
under
king
attack.
already.
That is true, yeah.
Gets a Necro book instead.
I think he's going for that straight all-out push. I assume he was probably thinking about getting a Vlad's initially.
Radiant's top tower
They
is
just
under
decided that
attack.
wasn't needed, probably because, as you said, they do have the skeleton king there.
And Alchemist has picked up a Medallion of Courage, so they could do Goshan anytime, probably.
Indeed. Now looking at Tide, about to get his 6, so that may buy some space for KTW in terms of these team fights. Almost 6 on Disruptor as well.
Yeah, and if they get a big Disruptor Wall and Static Storm, that would destroy Team Feeders.
Indeed. But consider most of their carries are quite reliant
Tower is
on.
under
But
attack.
Alchemist is very reliant on getting his ulti up now for
Tower is
survivability.
under attack. Dire's
Razor needs to get that link off. You can get the silence on them before they get either of those 2 key skills on. Suddenly you're coming into a team fight with a lot more power, as is however, that T2 going to go down.
Dire's
They took
bottom
that
tower
very
has
quickly.
fallen.
They did get that T1
Radiant's
middle.
middle tower has fallen.
And we've now got
Dire's
6
bottom
on Tide,
tower is
almost
under
6 on
attack.
Disruptor. Looking like
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Team Feeder are just going to go all the way straight for the throat. TP is coming in.
It would be bad for them if Tide could put that off.
Out comes that
Tower is
Gush,
under attack.
and the opponent stuck inside the field. In comes the spin as well. Everyone doing a lot of damage. Alchemist finished up the Disruptor. And now no mana for that Tide Hunter.
Did save the tower though for now.
That is true.
Tide didn't have enough mana for Ravage. So
No.
I'm not sure if he was gonna use it, but he couldn't.
I know the problem was there. I think Disruptor didn't have the range on Glimpse to bring Lycan back. They may at least have been able to pick him up.
Yeah, it is only level 2 now.
Hmm.
Just one piece will be level 6, so Static Storm definitely a good
And yeah, we
spell
will have
to
that
help
team.
out this
Well,
fight.
I mean, more teamfight power for on KTW than on Team Feeder. But the problem is Team Feeder can also split push, especially with that Lycan. They don't really have to commit to an all-out fight if they don't want to. Just kind of distract them, especially when they're already at that T3 bot.
Yeah, they're gonna have to keep an eye on that, especially because the tower is... It's not too hurt, but it's been damaged.
And I mean, this is 15 minutes in, so this is very, very aggressive push by Team Feeder.
Lycan already has the Necro too, so... It's definitely gonna help him push.
Got his first
It
point in
looks like-
Howl as well.
Maybe KTW thought there was maybe Roshan happening, but...
Well, I mean,
not
you,
quite
they
so.
know with a Lycan there, it's going to happen at some point. They're going to scatter that out. And both teams now thinking about that rush. I think the Sentry has spotted out that ward. So we are going to be seeing that D ward from Crinkles. And unfortunately, for KTW, nobody's in range to really punish her for that.
They are close. There might be a fight going on here if Team Feeders decides to wrap through the jungle.
It,
Looks like they might just want to push mid instead.
yeah, they are rotating up that way now. Now that T1 getting pinged quite a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They should be able to get this
Dire's middle tower
tower
is
at
under
bottom.
attack.
Unless Vetos moves in, which it looks like they're going to.
Wraith
The
King.
Bale is just as good as those wolves at pushing down towers.
Stun getting charged up, gonna fly on
Radiant's
SP.
bottom tower is
He's pretty
under
bulky,
attack.
doesn't take a lot of damage. Ravage does come out, but the Disruptor goes down. Anyway, Fearbona drops as well. Tea of the Runes getting entangled. SP drops a lot of damage drain there. At the same time, down goes that Juggernaut. I mean, we saw that Disruptor just keeps getting melted. I don't think he actually had time to cast anything before he dropped.
And I don't. This probably won't be the 2-3 at top, bottom, but you know, if they keep winning these fights, they're gonna get out of control even more than they
I think,
already are.
I mean, they're just looking to kind of chip at it at the moment.
They have moved into the Roche pit, so they should be able to get this, unless all of KPW moves in.
Pono actually diving pretty far.
Radiant's top
Does
tower is
clean up the
under
Disruptor
attack.
anyway.
Shall
Not
I
really take
my
Get killed
curse
and
Yeah.
Quack was
tonight?
on him, so that'll
Dire's
give some
bottom
much
tower
needed
is
growth
under
to this fight
attack.
than anyone else.
Radiant's
Plus,
top
it does
tower
mean that
is
that
under
T3
attack.
doesn't take perhaps as much damage as the team would have liked. Rosh still going on.
Thank you, peasant.
If you look at the golden experience graphs, there's 5,000 gold in favor of Team Feelers, about 1,700 experience. They're definitely up right now, and this race is just gonna speed that up.
Absolutely. I mean, now I don't really feel like KTW can take a fight. Now, granted, we haven't actually seen a static storm come out from Disruptor yet, because he is generally getting picked off. But at the moment, it just feels like Team Feeder are coming into a fight, and not just winning fights, but demolishing the enemy, because they've got such bulky heroes.
Yeah. I think maybe the problem for KTW is that they haven't really initiated a fight most of the time. They're kind of getting initiated on. So there's a lot of pressure on this Disruptor and Tidehunter to get good ults off and start these fights in a good way.
Very true. So perhaps if we can see the a good glimpse come out from Disruptor, pick up the say the Lycan or the Razor. Frostbite now there. Christopher actually quite far out. Now the glimpse is not there to be used, unfortunately. Still that short range on level 2. Smoke used as well. But yeah, I agree. If they can perhaps find something and then have the enemy team come at them, in a situation they've got the advantage in, where they can get a good static storm off, we're tied up to that
Radiant's
Ravage
bottom
well,
tower is
then the
under
fight
attack.
could still swing. But the issue is at the moment they're just not having that opportunity. We're still well away from anything resembling a blink of Tide.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Getting entangled. Out comes that build and a nice static storm on 3. Ravage not used yet. Does buy back. So she can pick up. Now here comes that Chris Rand ulti, cleaning house. A lot of damage. Finally here comes the Tide. Manages to clean up the Wraith. He's got his ultimate. Down goes the opponent. That was a
They should be able to get it.
absolute,
I
yeah.
don't see why they wouldn't have just the Juggernaut and the Disruptor.
I mean, that looked like a phenomenal... I mean, that was a very nice field and ulti from the Disruptor. The problem is that Tidehunter had already gone down, couldn't get the Ravage off, and by the time he actually came back in, it was just too late to really add
Yeah,
anything.
if Tide had been there, that would have been a completely different fight.
Dire's
Stun that coming
middle
out.
tower is under
This doesn't
attack.
kill. He still got the Aegis.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I think we're not too far away.
Radiant's top tower is under
I mean, at this point, I think when you've got the team knocking on your T3
Dire's
at 20 minutes in, and they've got stronger late game than you, stun now coming out on WoW. A lot of damage there.
They haven't stacked those.
You move like a blue heart blazer.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Aegis is finally dropped. They still haven't actually taken out that T3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Monster kill.
I think
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just waiting on KTW at this point. Another nice static storm, so we are getting some good placements now, but the problem is, at this point, the enemy's just kind of too bulky for it to deal enough damage. SP goes down.
They just keep falling. Like they're pushing top by himself, so. Should fall soon.
Absolutely. Now, to their credit, KTW have been able to hold this T3 for quite a long time.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah. They're pretty good at defending. They didn't even get the Valix, so that's good for
Dire's
them.
top tower has fallen.
Managed to pop both the Aegis and Wraithing's ulti as well, so not badly done there. BKB now up on Wraithing.
His ult is back up in about 15 seconds, so now especially that he has the BKB, he's going to be a lot harder to shut down.
Absolutely. There isn't... I mean, outside of Entangle, there isn't really a lot of lockdown they have for Wraithing at this point.
At the same time, though, Bounty Hunter has picked up an Orchid, and a Maelstrom has been picked up on the Lone Druid, so they're getting some items of their own.
Absolutely. Looking at Tide, still not really anywhere near a blink. Now, Nice Field is going to catch one, and Pony going pretty far in. Ravage catches three. Ulti coming in from the jug, but down he goes now. Frostbite on the bear.
This should be Valix.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
See the rune's taking
Almost.
decent damage, but yeah, they've got, with Lycan there, yeah, they've got the racks.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
If they want, they could probably just go to the bottom.
I think that's probably what they're thinking about. Either that, or it looks like they're going straight for the T4, or at least the opponent wanted to.
Much grace to you.
Looks like Wraith King was already able to pick up a Hyperstone, and he still has 2,500 gold in his pocket.
It's
So
probably building into that AC next, I'd imagine.
out of control. His net worth 12,000, Lycan 12,000.
But you consider, I mean, the absolute highest on KTW side is about half that. Lone Druid at 68, 6.8.
Yeah, and it looks like almost all of Team Feeder is above anyone
Many
on
thanks to you.
KTW. Only the Crystal Maiden is
Is
below
behind,
anyone
yeah.
on KTW.
Actually, I mean, this is the number 5 position, Crystal Maiden. She has more farm than the Juggernaut. So, I mean,
I
they've...
don't see any reason why Team Feeder is going to ever need to leave this base. They
Nah.
can really just do what they want.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Down goes another. Down goes Bounty Hunter. And GG is called. And I think
That
in...
was definitely not the Team Feeder we saw in game 1.
No, they were... I mean, it was almost a reversal. Like, they were able to get those really aggressive early pickoffs and just really handily win those team fights. So is there another game, or...?
No, I think that's it.
Okay,
It's
fair.
round robin, best of 2s.
Fair enough.
So I guess just 2 game series. So nothing until, I guess, next Monday.
Alright, fair enough. I'll stop streaming.
Okay, if you see any other good ones on the subreddit and you want to cast them, just let me know.
Alright, sure thing. So,
Otherwise,
same
I
time
think
next...
next Monday at the same time.
Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, I'll speak to you then, I guess, if not sooner.
Alright, goodbye.
See ya.
His ult is back up in about 15 seconds. So.
I say you the bestest, leaning for a big kiss, put his favorite perfume on. Go play your video game.
Decisions, but I want it all, so I get it all. I wanna eat the whole cake. sharing. You should have learned how to bake. Yes, I want it all, so I get it all. I wanna eat the whole cake. I'm not sharing, I'm not sharing. You should have learned bitches love cake.